It's been 2 weeks since this building, located on the outskirts of Donetsk, was bombarded. The memories are fresh for those who lived through it. Lida Badrova told me she used to live on the 9th floor, and she was lucky when she was not at home.
You don't know from which side the shrapnel will fly at you, so of course it's very scary. It's quiet now. It seems like there is no war, but I can't believe it. God forbid it should happen again. It's horrible, very scary.
Then we come to a village only about 5 kilometers away from the front line. A bomb landed in this yard about 7 years ago, a year after the Donbas region officially staged the protests against Kiev.
The windows were blown away by the blast. The plaster of the walls fell off. The house was in a very bad condition. There was a garage here. It was hit directly, and it crumpled in. There was a summer house with strong construction, and it also collapsed. It happened in the late evening. My father was injured by some fragments.
The family has moved multiple times in the past few years, and the children have stopped going to school.
We can hear the shellings. The military actions resumed, but now we get hope. We believe it will end. All these years before the escalation, we live with the feeling, which is probably called helplessness. When we hear bomb shellings, we don't know when it will be over.
When will the military confrontation be over? These soldiers are asking the same question. Many of these veterans have been fighting in the region for nearly 8 years. They wonder if they can protect civilians if another military offensive takes place.
Civilians will suffer from our enemy. That's why we try to block large cities instead of going into the cities so as to minimize the impact of our military operation on civilians' lives.
A number of men have been mobilized to join the army in the city, and now in the streets of Donetsk, this slogan is everywhere, which says, "We won in 1943 and we'll win now."
This is the center of Donetsk. As you can see in the streets, it is getting quieter. People just don't want to venture out. And you can hear bomb blasts now and then, though it's around 15 kilometers away from the front line. Locals told us they're scared, but more importantly, they're tired of the continuous fighting. Jianhua, CGTN, Donetsk.